Good morning, students. Today we'll be doing this chapter, The Tiger King by Kalki. Dear students, The Tiger King is a story that teaches a moral. Sometimes power, money, authority, and conceit adds to man's stature, but if carried to extreme, it can bring his downfall as well. The lesson also focuses upon the eccentricity of the autocratic kings who, in their craze for immortality, can turn very inhuman and heartless. Dear students, the lesson also reveals the fact that even the powerful are vulnerable and they also tremble at the mere mention of death. Now, let's talk about the title, The Tiger King. The Tiger King refers to the title given to Maharaja Sir Jilani Jang Bahadur of Pratibandhapuram. Now the question arises, why he got his name? This name, according to an anecdote, as a 10 days infant, the prince vows to kill the tiger. Later on, he started hunting tigers. Actually, when the child was 10 days old, he wanted to know the manner of his death, and the astrologer predicted that the prince was born under the hour of bull, so the death will come from tiger, as both are enemies. And then the 10-day-old infant, he vowed to kill the tigers. Later on, the astrologer clarifies that killing one tiger will not avert the danger. Danger was from the 100th tiger. And then the Maharaja decides to go on a tiger hunt. Well, let's talk about the author's style. The author has used humor and satire in this lesson. Dear students, humor is a literary device which is used to bring to light new funny side of life. It helps the readers to relax as well. On the other hand, satire refers to the method of treatment rather than content or form. So the lesson Tiger King is a satire leveled at the eccentricity of king who makes frantic efforts to kill 100 tigers for no reason. This lesson ridicules and condemns the king's malicious intentions as well. Let's talk about the narrative style. The active participation as storyteller sitting in front of him. The narrator is an active participant. He keeps on asking questions from one side and he himself offers answers. Every now and then he invokes curiosity. Now, let's talk about the story in a nutshell. The astrologer predicted the death of young prince by the hands of a tiger. This we have discussed in the beginning. When he was just 10 days old. When he grew up, he started killing tigers. He was warned by the astrologer about the 100th tiger. He killed 70 tigers in 10 years. Then he married to a princess in whose state he could find tigers. So it appears as if the main motive of his life was to kill tigers. He married the princess whose state had maximum number of tigers. Whenever he visited his father-in-law, he hunted tigers. He killed 99 tigers. He became restless and it was very difficult to find 100th tiger. Somehow the Diwan managed to bring an old tiger from the People's Park in Madras. The king shot the tiger and returned happily to his kingdom. But the tiger was not dead because the tiger was so weak that it fainted, and when the king left, his ministers discovered that the tiger was alive. But they were so afraid, they were frightened of their king, they were so afraid of their king that they did not inform him and thought of killing the tiger themselves. But the tiger was not dead. Out of fear, one of the officers shot the tiger dead. Later on, the Maharaja gifted his son a toy tiger on his third birthday. But playing with his son, one of the slivers of the wooden tigers pierced the hands of Maharaja. Infection spreaded in the whole body. Even after operation, he could not be saved. He died. Thus, it is said that the 100th tiger has taken its revenge. So, this is how the Tiger King meet his end. Now, let's discuss the obstacles faced by the Maharaja in tiger hunting. Due to continuous killing, the tiger population goes down in Pratibandhapuram. So that was an obstacle. He couldn't find tigers. Sometimes missed the shot. Tigers leapt on him. He fought with bare hand. Threat of losing his kingdom, denied permission to British officer for tiger hunting. This is an interesting episode, children. That a high-ranking British officer visits Pratibandhapuram for tiger hunting. But Maharaja denies permission. He does not give him permission. Diwan persuades Maharaja to allow the officer to shoot a photograph with the tiger. The tiger can be killed by Maharaja. The tiger can be killed by Maharaja, but simply allow the British officer to get photographed with the tiger. The king refused. Maharaja cannot give permission for this also because he thought that then the other officers will also make similar request. Both the king and Diwan planned to bribe the officer's wife. They sent 50 diamond rings. They sent 50 diamond rings and they thought that she'll select 2, 3 and return the rest. But she kept them all and sent a thank you note. So it cost a huge fortune to the Tiger King. But still he was happy. Why? Because he managed to save his kingdom and at the same time the tigers also, so that he can kill tigers. It costed him 3 lakh rupees to handle the situation. Difficulties in finding 100th tiger. He could kill 99 tigers, but he was facing lots of problem to kill the 100th tiger. Efforts to achieve his goal. What were the efforts taken by the king? He put a ban on tiger hunting in his kingdom, ordered to confiscate the wealth and property of those who even fling a stone at tiger. Concentrated his whole attention towards hunting only. Married a princess so that he can find tigers in that state. Gave 3 years exemption to a village who was supposed to find a tiger, but doubled the tax for not finding a tiger. Threatens his officers to behead them if they could not find 100th tiger. He was getting mad when he couldn't find the 100th tiger. Well, the 100th tiger, there was a rare possibility to find. Diwan managed an old tiger from People's Park. The Maharaja shot it but missed. The Maharaja was so excited that he missed the shot, and the tiger was so weak that it fainted, and Maharaja thought that he killed it. Alive but shot dead by one of the officers appointed by the Maharaja. The officers later on discovered that he was alive, so they themselves kill it. Ironically, the wooden tiger was proved to be the 100th tiger. It wasn't the alive tiger, but the wooden tiger, which was responsible for the death of the king. Climax or anticlimax? Let's talk about the climax. Our expectations as a reader is to wait and watch whether the prophecy of getting killed by the tiger would come true or not. But what we actually saw, the king died due to infection that he got from one of the slivers of wooden toy tiger. The wound didn't come from the real tiger at all. How ironical as well as satirical. So this is the irony which is there.